In this video, we are solving some important MCQs on C programming. Here, the question is, what is the output of the following code? Here, hash include stdio.h main. Here we have taken two character arrays, char s is equal to hello, and also have taken t. This is also hello. Here we have defined two character arrays. Both arrays are having the same strings. S is having the string hello, T is having the string hello. Now in this program, what we are doing, we are comparing if S is equal to T. Actually, what we think, we are comparing the two array variables. Usually we will think that both arrays are containing the same strings so that it is true. Okay, this is not correct, because always an array type of variable holds address of the starting location of the array. That means here S is a character array and T is character array. In S, the address of the starting location will be stored. In T, the address of the starting location of the array will be stored. So what will be there in S and T? In S, address will be there. In T, address will be there. So now this S address is different from T address. Now we are trying to compare the address of S and address of T. So these two addresses are not same. So that means it is false. So if it is false, you cannot enter into the if. So that's why the answer is no output from this program, because we have not comparing the content of the array. We are comparing the address of the two arrays, because by default the array variables will contain the address of the starting location of the array. So here it is false. That's why the answer is no output. Here the next question is, what is the output of the following code? Here main constant int I is equal to 0. That means we have declared a variable constant int I is equal to 0. Now printf %d and I++. You want to print the value of I and you want to increment the value of I. So here what is happening? We have declared the variable I is constant, but now we are trying to increment the value of I. So constant means throughout the program the value of I won't be changed, but here you are trying to change the value of I. So this is not possible, because I is a constant variable. So how can we change the value of a constant variable? We cannot change. So the constant variable value will be same across the program. So now immediately you will get an error, because the constant variables cannot be modified. So that's why we are getting the errors. In this program, we have given some program, that is main. In that I have declared a structure. The name of the structure is emp, and in the structure there are three members. One is name character, is int, and float sal. Here I am defining a variable structure. I am defining a variable e of structure employee. For that e, I am passing only one value, tiger. But in this structure, how many values it is expecting? In the structure there are three members, name, is, and sal. But here I am defining a variable e of structure. In that variable, I am passing only one value, tiger. That means this name will get tiger. But I have not given any value to age and any value to salary. So by default, these two will become zeros. By default, these two values will become zeros. Because a is an integer, so it will be 0. Because sal is a float, it will be 0.6 zeros. So this is the output of the program. So here a is the option 1 is the output. Here in this main, int x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20 and z is equal to 5. Here my logic is I is equal to x less than y less than z. Such type of questions, the evaluation will be happen from left to right. First, the expression will be evaluated for x is less than y. What is x? 10. Is less than, what is y? 20. Is 10 is less than 20? Yes, it is true. It is true. What is the integer equivalent of true? 1 is the integer equivalent of 2. 1 is the integer equivalent of true. That means for this expression, what is the resultant value? 1. Now again, we are checking this 1 with this z. That means, is 1 is less than z? Is 1 is less than z? What is z? Z is equal to 5. Yes, 1 is less than z. That means it is true. What is the integer equivalent of true? It is equal to 1. So, this total expression evaluates to be true. So, it is giving 1 as the value. So, that 1 we are storing in I. Now, we are trying to print the value of 5. It gives 1 as the answer. So, the output of the program is 1. Here we have declared a variable, array variable a of 5. That means I want to create an array with 5 integer values. Here the type of the array is integer variables. But I have initialized only 2 values. That means what is the array? This is an array. What is the size of the array? Array size is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a of 0. This is a of 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. But I have initialized only 2 values, 2, 3. This 2 will be stored here. This 3 will be stored here. But remaining places I have not initialized. So automatically the remaining places will be filled with zeros. Now what I am trying? I am trying to print 3 integer values. From where? A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. So by default, those locations are filled with zeros. Suppose if you want to print these 2 values, here 0 will be printed. For this 0 will be printed. For this 0 will be printed. So 0, 0, 0 is the output of the following code. So option 4 is the answer for the given code. In this code, we have taken int I is equal to 5. Here the value of I is equal to 5. Now, in the for loop, I have used semicolon and scanf percentile d and address of I. Again, semicolon, printf, I am trying to print the value of I. The value of I. What is happening? Initially, I have initialized the value, initialized I value, and I am coming here. Here I am asking to enter. Yes, scanf means scanf will read the value of I. Suppose if I read 10. So the return value from the scanf is 1. That means one value I am reading. The return value from the scanf is 1. Every function by default will give some return value. Scanf will give the return value as the number of values it is reading. How many values it is reading? It is reading only one value. So it is returning 1. 1 is true. 1 is true. 1 means true. So true means you are entering into the loop. You are entering into the loop. and again nothing. There is nothing statements is there. No statement is there in the loop. Again you are coming here, printf. You are printing the value of I. That means the value of I is, suppose if I enter 10, 10 will be printed. Again you are coming here. Again you are coming here. Again you are coming here. Again you are asking to enter some value of I. Suppose if I enter 15. Again the 15 is, again the scanf will return 1 because it is reading only one variable, one value, so that it is returning only 1. So again 1 is true. Like that we are entering into the loop for infinite number of times. You cannot terminate. Every time this condition is always true. Always true. So that's why you cannot come out of the loop. So the answer is, the loop would be executed for infinite number of times. The loop will be executed for infinite times of infinite times. In this code, what is the output of the following code? Here we have taken x as a character. Now we are adding x is equal to character a plus 5. So when you want to add a character with an integer, the ASCII equivalent value of this character is 65. That 65 we are adding to 5. Now it is 70. So the ASCII code of 70 is F. That means when you are trying to print when you are trying here, 70 is stored in X, but you are trying to print the character at 70. So what is the ASCII code of F at 70? So here the ASCII code is F. So F will be printed. That means here, even though X is containing 70, you are trying to print the character at the ASCII code 70. So what is the character at the ASCII code 70? Here F will be printed. So the output is F. Here the next question is, what is the default real number will be treated as? That means how real number will be treated in C. In C, the real number will be treated as double. In C, the real number will be treated as double. Here the answer is option 2, double. Here in this program, a pointer in a memory address. A pointer is a memory address. Suppose the pointer variable has address. Suppose P is a pointer. In that it is holding the address 1000. Now it is declared as integer pointer. It is declared as integer pointer. Now if int takes 4 bytes, then what address is represented by the expression P plus 2? P plus means P is having 1000 and you want to move to the 2 locations. 2 locations is equal 1000 plus 2. Each location cost is 4. Integer cost is 4 bytes. So 1000 plus 2 into 4. That means 1000 plus 8. Here 1008 will be the next location address. Here you are moving 2 locations. Each location cost is 4 bytes. So 2 locations means 8. So 1000 plus 8 is equal to 1008. So this will be the answer for this question. In this, he has given I is equal to 0. Now for semicolon I plus plus. What is initially I? First it is post increment. So I value won't be incremented. First I value will be tested. What is the value of I? I is equal to 0. So 0 means it is false. If it is false, you cannot enter into the for loop. Later I value will be incremented to 1. So now if you want to print the value of I, 1 will be printed. So obviously option 4 is the answer. That means 1 is the answer for this question. So please do remember that In this is the condition. This is the condition. Based on the condition, you will decide whether to enter into the for loop or not. Always the condition shall be true. Here, I plus plus. What is the initial value of I plus plus means it is post increment. First, the I value will be considered. After that, it will be incremented. What is the value of I initially? The value of I is initially 0. 0 means it is false. The boolean value of 0 is false. If it is false, you cannot enter. But because of I plus plus, this value will be incremented to 1. This value will be incremented to 1. Now if you want to print the value of I, 1 will be printed. Here the question is, which of the following is an invalid method for input? Here we can take the input by using scanf like this. We can also take the input like this also. And scanf, 3 variables are percentage, address of A, address of B. So all these 3 are correct. So option is none of the mentioned. Okay. So you can declare the scanf like this, and also like this. So there is no error. That means all the methods are same. Here what will be the output of the following code? So here we can see, here he has given x is equal to 2, y is equal to 0. Here he has used the ternary operator, z is equal to y plus plus question mark y is equal to and x colon 0. So here what is the value of y? Y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. 0. Initially 0. This is post increment. This value of y will be incremented later. Initially the value for this expression will be taken as 0. 0 means it is false. If it is false, you will directly go to the last one and you are returning 0 to z. Now if you want to print the value of z, 0 will be printed. So please see that here z is equal to y plus plus question mark y is equal to 1 and x colon 0. Initially the value of y is 0. This expression post increment will be evaluated later. For this expression, immediately the value of y is 0. If it is 0, it is false. If it is false, the last expression will be executed. So this 0 will be passed to z. Now if you want to print the value of z, what will be printed? 0 will be printed. So this is the output of the program. Here what is the output of the following code? So here void main int I is equal to 0. Okay. If I is equal to 0, that means it is true. But because the value of I is equal to 0, 0 is equal to 0. It is giving the return value as true. If it is true, you can enter into the if. You are trying to print hello. No doubt hello will be printed. But the thing is, after printf, you are written break. So break statement cannot be used in if statement. Break cannot be used in if statement. So you will get a compilation error. So break can be used in loops. Break can be used in switch. But break cannot be used in if. But you have given break statement in if. So immediately your compiler will show compilation error. So please keep in mind that you cannot use the break statement in the if statement. Here in this program, here externally the value of x is equal to 40. In this you have a internal block. In this again you have defined x is equal to 20. Now you are trying to print the value of x. Whenever there is a conflict between the external, that means global variable, and the local variable, the local variable will get the priority so that x will be printed. So please remember that whenever there is a clash, conflict between the global variable and the variable inside the code. That means inside the block. It is a local variable. This is local. This is local variable. Now this is a global variable. Now whenever there is a conflict between local variable and global variable will get the priority. So if you want to print the value of x, 20 will be printed. After coming out of the block, again you are printing the value of x. So again, in this time, the global value will be printed. That is, x is equal to 40. So x is equal to 20, later x is equal to 40 will be printed. So 20, 40. So this will be the answer for this. So here the only concept is, whenever there is a conflict between a global variable and the local variable, immediately local variable will get the priority. Here, what is the format identifier for static A 20.5? For the static variables, the default format specifier is %d. So this is the format specifier for the static A is equal to 20.5. Next, so here when the pointer is null, then the function realloc is equivalent to malloc. So when the pointer is null, so what happens? Immediately the realloc and malloc will work same. So that's why realloc will be equivalent to the function malloc. So option 1 is the answer for this question when the pointer is null pointer. Here in this question, we have declared a character array of x 10. That means 10 characters are there. For that, the input is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now I have stored the address of A into a pointer. Now scanf %s means I have taken the character array is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H. Now, here I have defined a function change. I am calling this change function by passing the address of x of 4. This is x0, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, this is x4. I am sending this address to change function. Here character, this is an array. This array is holding the address of AF4. Now you are trying to print puts A. From here, the rest of the string will be printed. So what will be printed? E, F, G will be printed. Why? Because I have given the address of this one only. So from here, what is the next part of the string? E, F, G will be the next part of the string. So if you want to print the value of A, put in the function, user defined function change, E, F, G will be printed. You can see like this. So here the output is EFG. So this is the output of the given code. Here puts means A will be. Here I have sent only the address of x of 4. So from x of 4 means E, F, G. This is the part. This is the part which we are storing here. So that part only will be printed. Here the next question is, how many times will the loop will be executed? The question is, for j is equal to 1, j is less than 10, j is equal to j minus 1. Initially j is equal to 1 and you are testing the condition j is less than or equal to 10. Yes, 1 is less than or equal to 10. Now you can enter into the for loop. After that again you are doing j is equal to j minus 1. Initially j is equal to 1. J minus 1 means 1 minus 1. It is 0. That means you are decrementing. Again you are checking. Is j is less than or equal to 10? Yes, 0 is less than or equal to 10. Again the condition is true. Again you are getting into the loop. Again, you are decrementing the value of I, value of j. J minus 1 means minus 1. Again, minus 1 is less than or equal to 10. Again, the condition is true. Again, you are coming into the for loop. Again, you are going for increment and decrement. Again, j is equal to j minus 1. So, again, the value will be decremented by 1 minus 2. Again, you are checking here. Is minus 2 is less than or equal to 10? Yes. Like that, there is no stopping condition. Always the condition becomes true. So, here, this loop will be executed for ever. That means infinite number of times. Forever means this loop will be executed for infinity times. Infinity times. So option 4 forever means infinite number of times. So this will be the answer for this question. Here in this question, we have declared a pointer variable and a is equal to 10. Initially, the value of a is equal to 10. Now, we are storing that. Let us suppose a, this is 10. Let us suppose the address of a is 1024. Now, we are storing the address of a in P. Address of a in P. So, here P means 1024. The address of a is there. Now, star P, star pointer is equal to plus 1. That means PTR is equal to star PTR plus 1. So what is star PTR? Star PTR means what is the value which is located at this address 1024? The value at this location is 10. So now you are incrementing 10 plus 1. That means it becomes 11. You are directly incrementing this value. Now you are trying to print star PTR and A. What is the value there in A? In A, 11 is there. What star P is pointing? The value at this location. What is the value at this location? 1024. At this 1024 location, the value is 11. So here the output will be 11 and 11. Okay. So this is the answer for this question. I hope you're all understanding these questions. Definitely these questions will be helpful for your software industry point of view. So if you really like this video, please subscribe to the channel Learn with Lakineni so that you will get more updates from my channel. Keep watching my channel for your better future. If you really like my video, please subscribe to my channel Learn with Lakineni. Like it, subscribe it, share it and comment it. Thank you for watching my video. Please keep watch my future videos also. Thank you, Wanda.